Morning, thank you. I'll go back over the ones that I haven't received. A signal from 035 radio check, over.
Tuesday, another Hobie day. As with every challenge leg, sailors, race management, logistics, and other support teams were up bright and early. The Lifeline Arrows Challenge Leg 2 would take them 42 nautical miles southeast along the coast of mainland Leyte.
Okay, so you can effectively go straight to the first mark, which is a buoy.
Their destination was Dakyo Island, one of the picturesque
buoy will be
Quattro
about
Islands.
0.8 of a mile from Ponson Island. Okay, so it's quite a wide gap for you to go through.
Ahead of the race fleet, a support boat had set up a marker at Duljugan Point, some 13 nautical miles from Kalangaman. The winds had been good so far.
I've got a nice sandy spot here. Wait for a few more boats. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, now! Stop!
At the gate off Ponson Island, the time of each boat's passing was taken down. Catspaws of wind have pushed the back of the fleet forward, with a time difference of only 1 hour and 20 minutes between the first and last boats. However, the sky was turning gray gradually and rain looked imminent. The challengers had come prepared for various types of sailing conditions, but they didn't really expect the wind to die.
Ready, sweetie?
And that is what happened.
We got through the gate, and it just died.
Yeah, we noticed Bob, and
Lucky.
Bob and Lucky had slowed quite dramatically up at the front, and the same thing was happening to us. The wind was dying from behind, and then basically there wasn't any wind, so you just had to keep going with what little wind that there was. And for us, the most important thing was just to keep the boat moving at all times, and even if that meant not necessarily going in the right direction, but it was just to keep the boat moving.
But it was smooth as glass, eh? You could
Yeah.
see it was just perfectly smooth. We got around them.
The flurry of activity happened on the committee boats as the race officers checked on wind conditions and boat positions. The fleet was spread out over 8 nautical miles on the Camotes Sea. Some 5 nautical miles from the finish, consultations with the lead boats about abandoning the race were met with howling protests. But despite some protests, the absence of wind and nighttime safety of the fleet were foremost on the race officers' minds. Though the rescue boat to Hobie ratio was 5-to-1, nobody looked forward to a nighttime search and rescue operation. At 4:11 p.m., Challenge Leg 2 was officially abandoned.
And we were a little bit disappointed. Because we were closer to the island than any of the other boats were closer to us, so we were probably around 4
Yeah, and
to 5 miles.
we worked really hard, and we built up a real good lead, and so just to give that away, we can understand the decision, so it's okay.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Unlucky. Some days you win, some days you don't.
What happened was, basically the wind died. I then have to make an assessment if the wind is going to come back in time to get everybody into the island. Now we will continue racing till 11 o'clock at night if necessary, if there's a good chance the wind will come. My assessment was the wind would not come. So we then went back to the gate where everybody had passed through and took the times from then, and we pulled everybody in tow. Okay, we're going to tow these guys.
Ropes were tossed and Hobies were rigged for towing on the glassy waters.
I was really sad to see the end flag.
Oh, were you?
Eventually, some of their disappointment wore off when they reached Dakyo Island. Its grassy camping grounds were ringed entirely with powder fine sand.
Smile everybody for camera.
An idyllic bivouac after days wind chasing.
It's been interesting.
The sailors traded their day stories well into the night, fueled by glasses of wine and rum coke.
Hey rum.
Don't believe it.
Good evening.
Cheers.